Y'all, Karlie just dropped a bomb that shook love and hip-hop Atlanta to its core. And Rasheeda Frost is caught in the middle of a scandal so deep, it might just end her entire marriage for good. In a no-deleted Instagram Live, Karlie exposed screenshots of Kirk's alleged secret bank account that's been funding someone else. And get this, it's connected to a second baby Rasheeda never even knew about. The receipts are nasty, the whispers are louder than ever, and fans are demanding answers. Was Kirk hiding a whole second family? Who is this other woman? And why did Karlie wait until now to blow the lid off? With love and hip-hop cameras rolling, Rasheeda's reaction was caught in real time, and the fallout is bigger than anyone imagined. Buckle up, because this isn't just drama. This is war. It all started with a weird tension on set. Cameras were rolling for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but the vibe was off. Rasheeda had been quiet for days, barely responding to Kirk's texts. Folks thought it was just another Frost family tiff until Karlie walked into glam with that. Look in her eyes. She was holding her phone like it was a weapon, scrolling through something. When Bambi asked what was going on, Karlie smirked and said, "Oh, don't worry. I'm just deciding if I'm going to ruin a marriage today." The room got real quiet. Even the makeup artist stopped blending. Karlie had always been messy, but this was different. She wasn't hyped or loud, she was cold, focused. And when production pulled her aside, she told them straight up, "Y'all better keep those cameras rolling, 'cause what I got, it's gonna change everything for Rasheeda." Earlier that week, Karlie had been out at brunch with one of her old flings, a club promoter from back in her Velvet Room days. He was trying to get back in her good graces, dropping gossip like it was wine. "You still talk to Kirk?" he asked. "Why?" Karlie raised an eyebrow. "'Cause your boy got a whole other account running under a fake LLC. I seen him Zelle somebody 10 racks just last week." Karlie blinked. "It's $10,000. What for?" And get this, he added, "It wasn't even Jasmine. Nah, this was some girl I never seen before." And the memo, it said baby needs. That's when Karlie pulled out her own phone and started screen recording every detail he showed her. The next day, Karlie did her own digging. She remembered a convo from months ago when Kirk's card had declined. During a dinner taping, he brushed it off, said the card was just acting funny. But now, she knew better. With the help of one of her homegirls who worked in banking off the books. Of course, Karlie tracked the account number, the fake business name Frost International Media Group LLC, and multiple cash transfers going to an address in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And that's where it got messy. The name linked to the address, Tamika S. And the worst part, she had a baby. Under 2 years old. And the father was listed as Kirk Edward Frost. Cut to Rasheeda, sipping her smoothie at Press Boutique, doing her best to keep her peace. But you could tell something was gnawing. At her, Kirk had been acting strange for weeks. Taking late calls, leaving early, even his hugs felt distracted. She tried to brush it off. "It's just stress. We filming again?" But deep down she knew when Kirk was hiding something. What? She didn't know. Was that her former friend turned frenemy was about to blow the whole thing up? Karlie called production herself that morning and said, "I want to meet with Rasheeda. Cameras rolling. Just her and me. Let me talk." Producers were hesitant at first. They knew the history between the two women was volatile. But with a title like Karlie exposes Kirk, they couldn't resist. They set it up that afternoon in a private room at a downtown boutique studio. Rasheeda walked in wearing a gray sweatsuit and Tim's face beat, but guarded. "What's this about, Karlie? You couldn't just text me." Karlie slid her phone across the table. "I need you to look at something before the internet does." Rasheeda glanced down, saw a screen recording of Kirk's name, transfers, and the words baby formula, daycare, and Tamika S. Her jaw locked, her fingers twitched. But she didn't say a word. Karlie's voice softened. "I'm not telling you this to hurt you. I'm telling you because I've been there. And I'd rather you hear it from me than find out in a blog post." Rasheeda slid the phone back. "How long have you had this? A week?" And you waited? Wanted to be sure. Rasheeda stood up, clenched her fists. I trusted you, Karlie. Even after all your mess, I thought you would come to me as a woman. But you let the cameras in on this. Karlie didn't flinch. I let them in because Kirk's been playing all of us. And if you still protecting him after this, then I don't know what to say. Cut to Kirk in the studio, chilling, acting like life was smooth. He had no idea what was brewing. His phone started blowing up. Missed calls, unread texts, producers asking where he was. And then the bomb dropped. Rasheeda posted a cryptic message on her story's black background. White text. You can only lie for so long before the truth finds its way into your home. The internet went wild. Fans on Twitter started speculating immediately: @ She went viral, not Rasheeda posting subliminals. Again, Kirk done did it again, I fear. At Tia, word on the curb is Karlie got Kirk's whole side baby. Funded on a burner account at Hip Hop Home WRECQA. Why do men fumble wives like Rasheeda? She too classy for this. At Realtianly, if this second baby rumor true. This worse than the Jasmine saga. #LHHATL. But this was just the beginning. Because what Karlie didn't expect was that her own name was now being dragged into the chaos, with people accusing her of clout chasing, of setting Kirk up, and worst of all, being part of the cover-up all along. And Rasheeda, she wasn't done yet. In fact, she was already planning her next move. By the time the sun set that same day, the Love and Hip Hop production office was on fire with phone calls. Executive producers were scrambling, trying to get Kirk on camera before the news exploded across social media. But Kirk? He was ducking every call, every message. He knew something was coming. He just didn't know how bad it was. Rasheeda, meanwhile, had gone into full Ice Queen mode. Not tears, not screams, just silence. Cold, calculated silence. That's what scared everyone the most. Because when Rasheeda stops talking, you know she's about to make a move that changes the whole game. Hours after her cryptic post, Rasheeda did something she never did before. She hopped on her own live. Face bare, bonnet on, no filter. Her voice, flat, calm, dangerous. I never thought I'd be the kind of woman that gets played twice. But apparently, loyalty don't mean *T to a man who ain't loyal to himself. The comments exploded instantly. Not her going live. Rasheeda never goes live like this. Oh my God, I feel bad for her. She don't deserve this. But then she said the words that broke the internet. This whole time I thought Jasmine was the one secret I had to forgive. Turns out there's been another, and she's younger. And her baby's not even old enough to talk. Fans lost it. Meanwhile, Karlie was getting dragged. Blogs reposted her live, accusing her of being messy for clout. Some fans praised her for being honest. But others weren't buying the good girl act. At Messy Minaj, Karlie knew for a week and waited till cameras rolled. That ain't loyalty, that's ratings. At Unfilter at Nola, not her acting like she, doing God's work while leaking personal info for TV. Girl bye, at Truth Bomb Queen. Both Kirk and Karlie wrong. Rasheeda deserves better friends and a better man. But the plot thickened when an anonymous source who claimed to be close to Jasmine dropped a voice note on a gossip blog's DMs, and when it leaked, everything changed. The voice note, allegedly, Jasmine, I'm not surprised. Kirk always had something on the side. Even when we was dealing with each other. And Tamika, it's been around for a minute. She used to pull up to the studio late night. I just thought she was a groupie. Turns out she was the main one. Internet meltdown. Was Jasmine confirming there was another woman the whole time? Was this new baby something Kirk had kept even from her? At this point, producers were begging Kirk to film a confessional. He finally agreed, but he wasn't calm. He was furious. He walked into the room tight-lipped and defensive, wearing dark glasses like he was hiding from the world. The first words out his mouth, I don't know why Karlie always trying to be in my business. She mad 'cause ain't nobody checking for her no more? Producers asked about the account. That ain't even my account. Somebody using my name? People out here trying to smear me 'cause they bored. Then they asked about Tamika. And Kirk paused. I mean, I know her. We cool. But all that baby stuff, that's news to me. But his voice cracked. And that's all the internet needed to call cap. Rasheeda, on the other hand, wasn't waiting. For Kirk to confess, she was already in motion. She pulled up to the Love and Hip-Hop offices the next day with a USB drive full of screenshots, emails, and timestamps she had compiled all night. I want this in the episode, she told producers. And if you cut around it, I'll walk. Inside the files, proof of at least 6 separate transfers from Kirk's burner account to Tamika's Cash App, Zelle, and Venmo, labeled with emojis like dot and the final straw. A receipt for a monthly daycare fee paid out of Frost International Media Group LLC, the fake business name .Rasheeda stood in front of the producers and said, "This isn't just about cheating. This is about lies that cost my peace, my money, and my body. I spent years fixing this man's image while he was out here planting seeds like a damn farmer." Everyone in the room went silent. Words started leaking to the blogs. Rasheeda brings her own receipts to production. Kirk caught in second baby scandal. Read the headline on T-Alert Daily. The fans were spiraling now at Elta Queen Frost International Media Group. Kirk really thought he was slick at Brown Sugaby. Nah, I'm sick. Rasheeda carried this man, built his brand, opened press. And this. At Karanosal, they need to cast Tamika next season and let her face both of them. At them as Novarins. If this was Yandi, she'd already be on live crying. Rasheeda to come, that's scary. Meanwhile, Karlie was planning a follow-up. She told her manager she wanted to drop the full thread of Kirk's activity in a sit-down interview. No editing, no cuts. She claimed she wanted to help Rasheeda get closure. But the question on everyone's mind was, why did Karlie even have all this info in the first place? Was she really looking out for her friend? Or was she setting Kirk up for ratings? Because a leaked production email revealed that Karlie had approached producers about a banking bombshell 2 months ago. 2 months. So why did she wait until now? That's when things turned ugly. Kirk's single quotes SPR team released a statement too. The Shade Room. These accusations are false and being pushed for storylines. Mr. Frost has never abandoned a child or held secret accounts. We are working with legal counsel to address this defamation. But fans weren't buying it. Rasheeda didn't respond publicly. But her team was already talking to lawyers too, and insiders say she requested a full audit of all shared Frost accounts and businesses. It's the same audit that helped save their marriage after the Jasmine scandal might now be the nail in the coffin. And just when you thought it couldn't get wilder, a mysterious Instagram page popped up under the handle @FrostBabima2 and posted a blurred picture of a toddler in a crib. With the caption, "Y'all think I'm fake?" Ask Kirk who paid for this nursery. Rasheeda saw it. Karlie saw it. The whole cast saw it, and Kirk. He was nowhere to be found. The entire Love and Hip Hop production team was reeling. The @FrostBabyMama2 account had gone viral overnight, gaining over 67,000 followers in 24 hours. Fans were dissecting every pixel of the blurred baby photo, comparing Kirk's nose, Rasheeda's kids. Even Jasmine's son to figure out who this new child really belonged to. And then the account dropped a bomb. "My name is Tamika S. I met Kirk when I was a stylist at a music video shoot in Atlanta 3 years ago. I never asked him for money. But when I got pregnant, he said he'd help. Now I'm tired of hiding." Attached was a screenshot of a voice memo from someone labeled KF, saying, "Just don't say nothing right now. I'll send what I can, but you can't be tagging me or going public. You know what I got going on with Rasheeda? Don't mess that up." It sounded just like Kirk.Rasheed. Single quotes, phone was blowing up. Her girls were calling. Producers were texting. Her own son had DM'd her asking, "Mom, is this real?" But she wasn't speaking. Not to anybody. Instead, she had her assistant book a solo scene. Just her, a chair, and a confessional camera. When the lights turned on, she looked straight at the lens and said, "I ain't gonna lie. I feel numb, embarrassed, played. I gave this man my youth, my business, my loyalty. And this whole time he had a backup family growing in silence." She took a breath. "I believed him after Jasmine. I thought that was it. I forgave him. I stayed. But now he got another child. Another woman. Money moving behind my back." Then she wiped her face and said the line that would be replayed all over social media. "This marriage might be legal, but it sure as hell ain't sacred." Meanwhile, producers tracked down Tamika, and get this, she agreed to film, but on one condition: "I want to sit down with Karlie. She the one that made it public? Let's talk woman to woman." The producers almost dropped their clipboards. This wasn't just drama anymore. This was a showdown. The day of the meeting, Karlie pulled up in a full red designer fit. Shades on, hair slicked back, lips tight. She wasn't playing, but when Tamika walked in, it was like the room shifted. She wasn't loud, wasn't messy. She was composed, articulate, honest, and that made it worse. "Karlie," she started, "you don't know me, and I don't know you. What you did, putting me and my son out there like that was cruel." Karlie blinked. "So you didn't want nobody to know?" "I didn't want him to grow up being a scandal. Been quiet because Kirk asked me to. But now that I'm being dragged and called a liar? Nah." Then Tamika pulled out a manila folder and handed it to producers. Inside, copies of cash deposits, voice notes, and even a signed napkin from a restaurant that Kirk allegedly used to write down his fake business details. A signed napkin. Fans were now going crazy at Unbothered Beauty. "Wait, Tamika ain't even messy. She organized luau at Drama Goddess. The napkin detail? That's giving Criminal Minds at the St. Kirk." Rasheeda held him down for this. At LHHATLLEAKS. If Tamika got voice memos and documents, Kirk finished. Even other Lahadal cast members started chiming in. Bambi reposted Tamika's video with a single emoji. Sierra wrote, "I knew something was off when Kirk stopped showing up to press events." And Spice tweeted, "Man, we told Rasheeda to run years ago." Then came the twist no one saw coming. A DNA test photo was posted, not by Tamika, but by someone claiming to be her cousin. Caption, "Y'all want to know if Kirk is the daddy? Here you go. Swabbed at Home Depot, parking lot, but it's valid." The image showed a printed DNA report to 99.9% match. It looked real. To real. Kirk finally surfaced in Atlanta, spotted at a strip mall parking lot. Hoodie pulled up, sunglasses on, avoiding cameras. When asked by a pap about the DNA, he mumbled, "Ain't none of that proven." People making fake reports for clout. But the damage was done within 3 hours. Rasheeda's business account at Precede ATL unfollowed Kirk. Her personal page deleted all photos of them together except one, their wedding pic. Caption changed too. Lesson learned. Oh, fuck. Comments were brutal. She finally waking up, he embarrassed her too many times. Not her leaving the wedding pic like a Tombstone production knew. They had a ratings goldmine. They arranged a cast dinner, a reconciliation event. At a rooftop restaurant. Kirk was invited. So was Rasheeda and Karlie. Tamika. But nobody knew Rasheeda was bringing a lawyer. When she walked in all white, head high, silent, the entire cast stood up. "Oh, Shasterisk T," mumbled Jock. "This about to get nasty," said Spice. Rasheeda sat down, placed a folder on the table, and said, "This is the paperwork for a forensic financial review. Kirk has nothing to hide. He'll sign it." Kirk blinked hard. "You really doing this here?" You really did this to me in silence. Kotze stayed silent. Karlie looked stunned, and Kirk, ha! He stood up, shook his head, and walked off set. Producers tried to follow, but Kirk pushed the camera away, yelling, "Y'all getting what y'all wanted, right? Congratulations." The dinner ended in chaos, and just when fans thought that was the peak, Karlie posted one more screenshot to her stories, then deleted it after 10 minutes. But not before it got screen grabbed when you Zelle her rent. Don't forget to delete the messages, dummy. Attached was a full Zelle lead transfer to Tamika's account from Kirk.Memo, rent for the baby's mama. The internet was officially in meltdown mode. Fans, blogs, castmates, everybody had an opinion. And while Kirk was still hiding behind sunglasses and no comment responses, Rasheeda was in her bag, bossing up like never before. Her silent unfollowing, her deleted couple photos, her calm but cold confessional. Everything was giving. You embarrassed me publicly. Now I'm about to collect quietly. That week, Press Adel announced a brand new pop-up in Miami, and guess who was headlining? Not Kirk, not Frost Family merch. Just Rasheeda. She dropped a new campaign titled Faith, Fashion, and Freedom. The caption read, "This time, the brand isn't about forgiveness, it's about freedom." And just like that, women everywhere were rallying behind her. Meanwhile, Kirk was scrambling. The audit had begun. Rasheeda, a single quotes legal team, had already subpoenaed bank records for every Frost business. And not just the official ones, they wanted the shadow LLCs to dot. The pressure was getting real. One of Kirk's old employees even came forward anonymously on a gossip page and said, "We always knew he had side projects, but we thought it was for music investments, not baby mamas." And then the icing on the messy cake. A leaked voicemail, allegedly from Kirk to Tamika, surfaced. Voicemail? "Listen, told you not to post anything. Got cameras in my face and lawyers on my back. You messing everything up. I gave you what you asked for. Just chill out." It didn't take a genius to connect the dots. He was caught. Again, Rasheeda met up with Karlie again. This time at a quiet restaurant with no cameras. She needed answers, not drama. "Why'd you really do it?" Rasheeda asked, calm but stern. "Why now?" Karlie looked her in the eye and said, "Because I saw how you kept covering for him. I couldn't watch it no more." "You too good for that?" Rasheeda raised an eyebrow. "But you waited until the cameras were rolling." Karlie didn't deny it. "I wanted it on record. So you wouldn't forgive him in private again and make us all pretend it didn't happen." Rasheeda sipped her tea. Silent.Tamika also posted another video. Not messy, not petty, just direct. "This ain't about me wanting Kirk. Trust me. This is about not being erased. I didn't ask to be here. But now that I am, I refuse to be invisible." Fans had mixed reactions. At Romantia, Tamika holding her head high. "Gotta respect it. A toxic to queen." But why wait till Karlie aired it out first, though? At Not Chorsis, "All I know is Kirk is trash. Period." And then, in the most unexpected twist, Jasmine posted a cryptic IG story too. They always circle back, even when they pretend they moved on. Was she talking about Kirk Tamika herself? Nobody knew for sure, but the drama had officially turned into a triangle love. And hip-hop producers decided to throw a curveball. They invited Jasmine, Tamika, and Karlie to a truth circle hosted by Mimi.Yup. Mimi Faust, the original, queen of heartbreak receipts. The setup was genius. One room, 1 hour, 3 women. No edits. When they sat down, Mimi broke the silence. "We've all been lied to, played, disrespected. But today ain't about Kirk. It's about y'all. 'Cause whether y'all realize it or not, you're connected now forever." Jasmine spoke first. "I never hated Tamika. I just didn't want to believe I wasn't the only one." Tamika nodded. "Girl, didn't even know about you until my baby turned 6 months." All I ever got from Kirk was, "Don't worry about the past." Now I know why. Karlie leaned back. Funny how we all got different versions of the same man. Mimi smiled. Welcome to the sisterhood, baby. The episode aired a week later and fans were shocked. It was raw. It was real. And it was one of the highest rated episodes in LHHATL history. At LHHATL leaks. That was the realest episode in YEARS. At Mimi4%, Mimi needs her own show. That's a therapist. At Karlie's Revenge, never thought I'd say this, but I'm low-key team Tamika. At Dramator, I need Jasmine, Tamika, and Rasheeda in one room next. Kirk didn't show up to the reunion taping. His seat was marked, mic ready, but he never walked on stage. Instead, he released a statement video from his backyard, claiming, "I'm not going to sit on a stage and be ambushed. My family is my priority. Whatever happened, it's being handled privately." The comments were not kind. You embarrassed her publicly. But now you want privacy? Now you handled it privately, all right? Privately funding another baby boy, we watched you lie with a straight face for 10 seasons. And just when things were slowing down, Rasheeda posted a photo that made headlines. It was her on the beach in Turks and Caicos, standing next to a mysterious man, face slightly hidden behind sunglasses. Caption: "Healing looks good on me." The internet went nuts. At press team: "New man alert." At Kirk who? This glow up got Kirk sick RN. At Rasheeda right. This the energy we needed. She out of there. And guess who reposted it? Tamika. With the comment, "We love to see a queen rise." Even Jasmine liked the post. No shade. Just support that the city of Atlanta had never seen drama explode this fast. After Karlie's receipts, Tamika's reveal, and the viral At Frost Baby Mama 2 page, everything Kirk built with Rasheeda over a decade was now falling apart publicly. Painfully and permanently. This wasn't just gossip. This was a televised unraveling of a Black power couple. And now, all eyes were on Rasheeda. A week after the scandal broke, fans were waiting on one thing. Would Rasheeda finally confront Kirk on camera? The answer came quietly, but directly posted to the official Love and Hip Hop page. Special sit-down, Rasheeda and Kirk. No cast, no chaos, just truth. Scheduled for Friday at 7 p.m. It felt more like a funeral notice than an episode. Promo: the sit-down was filmed inside the original Pressed Boutique, the very store Rasheeda built from scratch. The one that stood as a symbol of her hustle and loyalty. But that day, it wasn't just a store. It was a courtroom, and Kirk was on trial. He arrived first. Denim jacket, dark shades, trying to play calm. But the sweat on his forehead told a different story. When Rasheeda walked in, dressed in all black, hair slicked, lips lined sharp. It was the energy of a woman who buried her old self and came back stronger. No greetings. No hugs, just silence. She sat down and began. "Do you have another child with Tamika? Yes or no?" Kirk shifted. "I don't know for sure." "Have you been sending her money every month?" "I helped her." "It's not yes or no." "Yes." Boom. Rasheeda's jaw tightened. "So while we were filming, running businesses, smiling for Black love panels, you were selling rent for a baby that ain't mine. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I was, but you did. Again." She reached into her bag, pulled out papers. Divorce papers. The camera zoomed in as she slid the folder across the table. "This is a separation, temporary until the paternity test comes back. After that, I make the real decision." You really doing this here? You embarrassed me on camera? You lied on camera? I'm just finishing the scene. Kirk didn't move. Didn't blink. His entire empire, built on manipulation and music videos, was crumbling under the weight of one woman's truth. Social media erupted at Queen Pressed. Rasheeda slid those papers like a boss at the Frostisborn. Kirk said, "I helped her," like he was passing out. juice boxes at Loyal Girl Energy. She handled it with class. No yelling, no table flipping. Just documents. At Justice for Rasheeda, this ain't reality TV. This is reality revenge after the cameras stopped rolling. Kirk walked off set, ripped off his mic, and stormed out. He was caught muttering to producers, "Y'all got what y'all wanted. Happy now, y'all done ruined my image." But nobody cared. Rasheed, meanwhile, walked out to a small crowd of fans waiting outside, pressed. Some brought flowers. Others carried signs that read, "You deserve better. Team Rasheeda he." Can't hide from the truth or the DNA. She didn't speak. She just nodded, smiled softly, and walked past them, head held high within days. The fallout was massive. Kirk's name was removed from 2 joint business ventures tied to pre-state. He lost a sneaker collab deal he was planning with a boutique in Miami. 2 influencers publicly ended contracts connected to his Frost International label. Meanwhile, Rasheeda's Faith Fashion and Freedom Capsule collections sold out in 72 hours. She landed a digital cover with Essence, and rumors swirled that Owned Network reached out for a solo documentary deal. She didn't just walk away. She upgraded, but things got even more shocking. A fan-run gossip page dropped a bombshell. A leaked LLC registry listing both Jasmine and Tamika as temporary marketing consultants for Frost Creative Management. Translation: they were both on payroll, under the table, off-record. AT&T unfiltered. So he had both his side babies on W-2 South. Kirk ran a corporation of chaos. At Frost Fraud Inc., this man literally paid child support before the courts made him. Not because he's nice, but to keep them silent. Wow. At Karmisted, Jasmine and Tamika need to file HR complaints at this point. Karlie, of course, stayed petty. She posted a close-up selfie with a mug that read, "I told y'all he was for everybody." Caption: "Silent T still burns." Fans dragged her and praised her at the same time. She messy, but she was right. Karlie Ben knew. She gave y'all warnings back in season 3. And then came the final blow. Rasheeda posted a soft-spoken IG reel. Her voice steady, her tone graceful. "To every woman watching me right now, don't let loyalty become your prison. Sometimes loving yourself means choosing to walk away, even when your heart wants to stay. This journey taught me that peace is the most expensive thing a woman can buy, and I'm finally ready to pay for it." Her caption: just one word, rebirth. As the dust finally began to settle, one thing was crystal clear. Rasheeda Frost wasn't just walking away from Kirk. She was walking into an entirely new era. The press tour began the following week. Not for Kirk, not for Tamika, not for drama, but for Rasheeda's healing. She sat down with the Breakfast Club. And for the first time in over a decade, she spoke freely, without fear, without Kirk beside her, and without sugarcoating anything. "I've been holding my tongue for years," she began. "People thought I was weak for staying, but you don't know how strong you gotta be to keep a house together while your man is out here building other families." Charlemagne asked the obvious, "So is the baby Kirks?" Rasheeda nodded slowly. "The DNA test came back last night. 99.9% match. So yeah, it's his." There was no emotion in her voice. Just calm. Acceptance. "I cried the first time. This time, I exhaled." Fans flooded the comments, at Real Ones No. She said she exhaled. That's a woman who done grieving. A Team Rasheeda. And just like that, she's free. At Pressed Queen, give her a show. Give her a brand. Give her a legacy. But the biggest shock was what came next. When asked what Kirk said after the DNA results, Rasheeda replied, "He tried to say he needed time to adjust, but I already did my adjusting. I adjusted to betrayal, to disrespect, to disappointment. Now it's his turn to adjust to losing me." Cut to Kirk. He was spotted outside a local Atlanta gym, finally giving a quick statement to the press. I'm just focused on healing and being a better father. People make mistakes. I'm not perfect." When asked if he and Rasheeda were getting back together, he simply said, "I'm hopeful." But that hope was misplaced, because hours later, Rasheeda went live again, this time with her mother. Bye. Her side mama Charlene had been quiet during the drama, but now, Chew was locked in. "I told her years ago Kirk wasn't no good," Charlene said. "But sometimes you've got to let your kids go through fire so they know how to recognize smoke." Rasheeda nodded. "I had to learn the hard way. But now I'm done burning." Meanwhile, the blogs were still eating Love and Hip. Hop's reunion promo dropped, featuring a clip of Jasmine and Tamika sitting on the same couch. Karlie launched her first podcast episode titled The Account That Ended the Frost Name. Kirk's old business partner went on a live rant, claiming Kirk owed him $12,000 from studio investments that actually went to child hush funds. And then, former nanny of Kirk and Rasheeda's kids anonymously came forward, claiming she once caught Kirk texting both women in the same hour in the same house. But Rasheeda wasn't fazed. She was too busy building, turned into a national tour. She partnered with a women's retreat platform to host the Freedom Weekend, a luxury healing experience for women leaving toxic relationships. The slogan, "You're not starting over. You're starting better." One of the most viral moments came when Rasheeda was asked on a talk show if Kirk apologized tomorrow. Really apologized? Would you take him back? Her answer was ice cold but powerful. "I'd tell him, thank you. Not for the apology, but for showing me who he really was. The first time was shame on you. The second time, shame on me. But a third time, ain't gonna happen." The audience erupted. The episode's final montage showed the entire cast reacting in real time. Karlie in her podcast booth saying, "Y'all can call me messy, but I did what needed to be done. Now, maybe she can breathe again?" Bambi, watching the episode with tears in her eyes. "Man, Rasheeda's stronger than all of us. I stayed in situations I should have left too." This hit home. Mimi, doing her own confessional. "I remember when I sat with Joe's line and had to choose peace over pride. Rasheeda's doing that now. It's painful, but it's power." Kirk didn't film again. He pulled out of the reunion, but not before releasing one final note to his fans on Instagram. "I made a lot of mistakes. I lost the one person who held me down through it all. To my kids, I'm sorry. To Rasheeda, I hope one day you'll forgive me." Comments were split. "Too little, too late. At least he admitted it. You lost a queen. That's on you." The final scene of the season was poetic. Rasheeda walking into a brand new storefront, not pressed, not Frost Boutique, but a fresh sign. "Reset by Rasheeda. Clean white. Elegant dot." She stepped inside, locked the door behind her, and stood in the empty space. No music. No words. Just a woman standing in her next chapter. The screen faded to black with the final words. The brand was built on forgiveness. The woman, she's built on fire. If you made it to the end of this wild roller coaster, salute. A light. Do y'all think, did Karlie do the right thing? Should Rasheeda ever trust Kirk again? Is Tamika the next Jasmine? Or just another chapter? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This one was personal, messy, and powerful. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because more ladle drama is coming and you know it's only going to get wilder from here. Until next time, stay pressed, but never broken.